Hello, everybody. This is Richard RJ Eskow for the 0 Hour with your random news. Now, you've seen the headlines of the day. Here are the random news headlines for the week. Drones, ants, a dead king, Taylor Swift, and chickens. Let's take them one at a time. The Washington Post reported this week that crashing drones are spilling secrets about U.S. military operations. It would appear that America's drones are crashing in the parts of the world where they are operative, and it is giving the world a glimpse of our drone program. A Predator drone crashed in northwest Syria last week while spying on the home turf of President Bashar al-Assad, reports the Washington Post. And, of course, drones are also being sent on killing missions as well as espionage missions. Here's how this trend line is changing over time. According to the Post's reporting, last year, Predator and Reaper drones flew more than 8 times as many hours combined as in 2005. In less than 10 years, our use of drones multiplied more than 8 times. The Post also reports that the Air Force is gradually replacing the Predator drone with the more advanced Reaper, which can fly farther and carry more weapons. Now, that would arguably be a good thing were we not killing so many innocent people with these drones. Reprieve, a human rights organization, has conducted a study, and the study found that of 41 terrorists or accused terrorists targeted by the United States drone program, because remember, there is no jurisprudential process to target someone, including an American citizen, for drone killing. Of 41 people targeted, 1,147 people were killed. That is a more than 20-to-1 kill ratio for people who were not even targeted by this extrajudicial drone killing program. Ayman al-Zawahiri, for example, is still alive, but 76 children and 29 adults who died in strikes that were targeting al-Zawahiri are not. But those drones are now more powerful than ever. Now, from drones to ants, and clearly we're changing the tone a little bit here, but a German engineering company has come up with 3D printed giant bionic ants that they believe are programmed to act collectively like real ants do and can be used to come together and move large and heavy objects and that sort of thing. You print them on your 3D printer, and then they move big stuff for you. And when they're done, their antenna attached to a charger in the wall, and they wait for your next order. Now, these big bionic ants, I watched a video. They're creepy to look at, and I don't know if they'll amount to anything, but they are interesting. Now, away from technology altogether, people in England lined up by the tens of thousands, according to a report, in order to pay tribute to a dead king as his procession went by. Now, this king died on the 22nd of August in 1485. This is Richard III, whose remains have been pretty much conclusively identified at this point in Leicester, England, when they were building some sort of droll thing like a mall or whatever. They found the remains of Richard III. People lined up to watch them be removed. He is expected to be given a state burial at some point in the future. Now, in terms of American royalty, there is outrage on the internet this week because Fortune magazine, in its second annual World's Greatest Leaders list, has placed Taylor Swift at number 6, ranking her above such people as Bill and Melinda Gates, Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos, and Supreme Court Justice John Roberts. She's ranked nearly as high as Pope Francis, and people on the internet are outraged to see Taylor Swift rated that high. Well, of course, haters gotta hate, but on the other hand, whatever you want to say about Taylor Swift, who ranks higher than Bill Gates, at least Taylor Swift did not give us Windows. Now, in our final story, a researcher in England has determined that that if the world were to lose its chickens, 22 billion of them on this planet, there would be tragic implications for humanity. Now, it's always possible such a thing could happen as a result of avian flu or whatever. This is an event I have come to think of since reading about this. I've come to think of this event as Chickenpocalypse. Should Chickenpocalypse happen, close to 1/3 of the world's meat supply and nearly all of its eggs would vanish. Pandemics and riots could ensue, reports New Scientist, unleashing a crisis of enormous portion. That might not seem far-fetched given how unremarkable the bird appears, but it is a ubiquitous food source. Why did it cross the road? To escape the chickenpocalypse. I'm Richard RJ Eskow, and this is The Zero Hour.